Hey, what's up? This is Ben Wallace, former Detroit Piston, future Hall of Fame. About to get technical with Rasheed and Bonzi on Ballislife.
Yes. Hey, look, I don't think y'all realize how special this show is, how special this guest is to me. You know what I'm saying? He's my brother from another mother. Yes, we share the same last name, but just running a couple accolades down for my man. Of course, he's a 2004 NBA champion. And I think it's a 2 or 3-time defensive player, Ben.
Oh, we just gonna say four.
Four. Damn. My bad. I ain't mean to disrespect your credits there, good brother. 4-time defensive player of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show my man, my brother, Ben Wallace.
What's up?
Yes, sir. Welcome, my brother. Welcome. It's an honor.
Thanks for having me.
What's good, man? What you been up to, good brother?
Man, I ain't doing nothing. Just chilling, doing a little work with the Pistons. Trying to restore this team.
Oh, and restoring is what y'all gonna do. We might as well jump right into that. Number one pick, Cade Cunningham, looking sweet in the summer league. A lot of people was hating on him after game one. I haven't heard anything since game two. How you feel about your pick?
I think Cade's a great pick, man. He's a young guy came in, starving for knowledge. Had done his research on the team, on the organization, and even on the city. So he came in, gave a great interview, had great workouts, and he was deserving to be the number one pick.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely like Cade. I've been knowing him since he was in high school, probably like about a junior in high school. He's definitely a good young man, and you could tell just from his playing ball, his grooming, that one day he was going to make it to the NBA. Now, let me ask you this: what made you choose to go up there on the screen when the Pistons, of course, had that number one pick? What made you represent them? Was it the fact of course, you want a chip for them, or was it your dealings with being part owner of the Grand Rapid Drive?
All of that played into it. All that played a part into it. And of course, Aaron Tellum, asked me to come down and help him out. Aaron's my guy. Always took care of me even from when I was playing. So, Aaron asked me to come by. I went by. Check out the staff and everything, and it seemed to have a good staff. Guys got their head in the right place, and trying to move the team in the right direction. And I decided that's something I would want to be a part of. Moving this team back in the right direction, trying to bring the fans back and bring the glory back to the Pistons.
Oh, definitely. So let's go back. Let's go back to your origins, because when you watch the draft, and for a guy like yourself, I know it's unheard of to say out loud, but for a guy that goes undrafted, you talk about your journey. You go to Cuyahoga. No, am I saying it right? Cuyahoga College.
Cuyahoga
College, and then you go to Virginia Union to being a Hall of Famer. Let's talk about your journey.
Oh man, it was a tough journey, but it was a journey that I had to take. With me only playing 1 year of varsity high school basketball, I knew that my road was going to be tough. Mm-hmm. But I didn't think it was going to be as tough, but I knew it was going to be a tough road. So my decision to go to community college, was a huge decision for me, because basically that was my first time ever being away from home, being away from my family. Mm. And I leave Alabama, the good old country, then get dropped off in the middle of Cleveland.
That had to be fun.
That was tough. That was tough. But leaving Cleveland and going to Virginia, everything fell in place. Everything was pretty smooth in Virginia. Virginia Union, small campus, was able to get around, get to places I need to get to. Was able to, get to know everybody on campus. So that was fun. Virginia Union was fun part of it, of the journey, and not getting drafted, even though I thought I had put in enough work to at least get my name called on draft day, but it didn't happen. And having to go overseas, play a month or so over there, and then finally getting a call from West Unseld to come back to try out for the Bullets. I had made my mind up when I left from over in Italy that it was going to be my last stop. So it wasn't no not make it. I was gonna make that team, regardless of what the situation was. If it was possible, somebody make that team. I already had made my mind up that I wanted that spot.
So you on that spot, and it's crazy for a lot of people out there that don't know. It's ironic and it's crazy all in the same breath. So here it is. So my rookie season was 95. So I wore number 30. So, okay, I got drafted by the Washington Bullets, for those who don't know. Drafted by the Washington Bullets and wear number 30. So, boom, I get traded to Portland after my rookie season. So then they get Ben. Ben is picked up and he's playing with the Bullets, but he's not wearing his number. He's wearing my jersey. So look, so now he's looking extra strong out that piece. Right? Hey, especially coming out of college, I was like about 210, soaking wet. So my jersey all like this, right? Then when he had it, that joint was like this and everything. He thought that like, damn. So we just talking at half court, and I'm like, dude. Is that my jersey? And then he was like, man, you know Charlie Butler, man. And I fell out. Charlie Butler was our equipment manager. Man, it was crazy up there in Washington. But okay, you get picked up by Washington. Excuse me, you get the call from Wes Unseld, Sr. And get picked up by Washington. Now you going out there playing. So your first few games, are you like, okay, I'm going against so-and-so. Like, damn, I know him. Well, at the time we came into the league, we was already going against grown-ass men with kids. So, I know you was like, damn, I'm going against so-and-so. I know he do this. I know he do that. How do you think you fared maybe your first, let's say, like 5 games in the league?
Well, my first 5 games, I really didn't know, I really didn't know what to expect, because it was one of those things where I know I wasn't going to get a lot of minutes. And, I was just taking in the fact that I was actually on an NBA team that, and of course I was playing with half of the Fab Five. So, I'm over there like, man, I got C. Webb and Jawan Howard playing in front of me. That's the Fab Five. I'm like, so, it was exciting because I didn't expect to play. Then I say probably after getting out there one time and realizing that I can actually compete with these guys, after that, after those butterflies went from just being excited to be there, I made up my mind that I wasn't out here to play around no more. It's not about, can I compete? It's about, me going out there and showing everybody what I can do, because, I feel like I had arrived after that.
Yeah, I definitely felt the same way. I remember you came on the scene, and when you're an undrafted player, everybody just kind of knows the household name. And I just remember watching you, and this is before I got in the league, and I was like, man, are you seeing the way this brother blocking these shots, the way he dunking? And it was before we really even got a chance to really know your name like that. But I just remember your presence, and I just remember when you got to Detroit, and they just really, really believed in you, and then you got a chance to really show the world what you can really do. So I was very proud of you on that fact. So let's talk about that. You had a great time in Washington. Let's talk about when you went to Detroit. Let's talk about what Detroit means to you after everything they've done for you.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. After I left Washington, I ended up in Orlando, and Orlando was in a recruiting process. And, they basically, rolled the balls out at the beginning of training camps and said that, that nobody have a job. All the jobs are open, and they rolled the balls out. And, I said, I don't know about the other 4 spots, but I got this 5 spot on lock. So that's where we went. That's how we went at it. And, and I ended up starting in Orlando. So that really got the ball rolling. Not only can I play in this league, I'm capable of being a starter in this league.
Yeah.
Then when I got traded to Detroit, coming to Detroit, the city welcomed me, the organization welcomed me, and we just had traded Grant Hill, so nobody really knew what to expect from me. They knew I wasn't about to come out there and be, G Hill. so it helped me to relax and just go out and play my game. I know my style of play was different. I know my game was different. I had a different knack for the ball. I had a different, sense of basketball. And I had made my mind up that this was going to be the best way for me to win games is playing the way I played, and that's going out and getting it done on the defensive end. And that's something Detroit, the city of Detroit, welcomed right away. They blue collar all day, so so it was a match made in heaven as far as me and the city of Detroit.
For sure. So you went from Rick Carlisle was your coach at the time you got there, right?
First coach was George Irvine.
George, okay.
Dang, that's a throwback name.
Yeah, for sure.
Throwback. I ain't heard his name in some years.
For sure. And then so here it is. Rick Carlisle. It's crazy how we're connected. In so many ways. Rick Carlisle was my assistant coach out in Portland under PJ Carlissimo.
Okay.
And so what was your take on one going from Rick Carlisle to LB, Larry Brown, right?
Right.
And then two, do you think that with that team that we had, what was your thoughts once you heard that I was getting traded there? Like what did you say to yourself? So that's kind of sort of two-part question.
Oh, okay. I mean, having Rick Carlisle was a guy that's, believed in organizing, and making sure everything was running smooth, sort of always want to be in control of everything, want everything to be, under his control and running smooth. LB was the type of guy he enjoyed, everything organized, but he liked controlled chaos a lot of times, you know what I mean? So Rick wasn't really fond of, me pressing and being up the floor and, on guards and, doing those type things. Rick wanted me to get back, protect the basket.
Mm-hmm.
And, LB, he loved pressing. So that was my guy. If you're going to let me get up and roam around, let me put my stamp on this game. I'm not going to get you 20, 30 points a night, but, I'm going to give you 15, 20 rebounds and win.
Yeah.
Right.
With LB, he understood that, and he allowed me to pretty much just play my game.
Yeah.
And with the trade, when we figured out Rasheed was coming, the first thing I said was, "What's that E40 song?"
yeah, not them E40s. Yeah.
I said, "Hey, let's go ahead and break this ice right now. Let's see what type of dude we got coming in. Because we was a team we already had established that we can talk about anything. Whether it was personal, whether it was business, whether it was family, we was always there for each other. And, that's the type of, that's what I wanted him to know coming in. Like, hey, we're going to go out on this floor. We're going to put this work in. But, we're not going to be sitting in here all serious and, mean mugging each other. We're going to be relaxed in the locker room, but we're going to be ready to play when we hit that floor.
Oh,
well, first and foremost, man, shout out to my man 40 Water. Y'all talking that shit. Y'all don't know. Me and 40 been buried that shit years ago. So shout out to my man Earl. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Sure.
But when y'all got Sheed, I knew y'all got a real one. I looked at your team and I said that's the perfect fit for Rasheed. From management. I love the way management, like Joe Dumars and the rest of the guys did a great job of protecting him and changing his narrative. So let's talk about that run, that first year with Sheed and then that championship run.
Man, that first year, before Sheed got there, we was finding our way, as a team, because like I said, Larry Brown's system was a little bit different than Rick Carlisle's system. So we were sort of, trying to find our way, and of course Larry Brown is different than any other coach that I ever played for. And God knows I played for a lot of coaches. So when she got there, man, it was a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? Because I knew what Chauncey can do. I knew what Rip could do. I knew what Tayshaun could do. I knew everybody on that team was going to bring.
Yeah. So
it was a matter of filling Seed out and see what he was going to bring to the team. Is he going to be that low post scorer? Is he going to be, a rebound, a shot blocker? a defender. He came in and he was all of that.
Yeah.
So it really took our game to a different level to have 5 guys out on the floor that was defensive minded and just went after it. I joke around about I made a deal with Rip that if he give me some energy on the defensive end, I worry about me taking any of the shots. You know what I mean? You give me effort on the defensive end, you can have all my shots on the offensive end.
Bet. I know he said bet because he loved to shoot that ball.
He shoot it, so that was an easy bet right there. But yeah, she took us over the top, man. He provided a present for us that we was missing as far as being on the post, and that scoring threat and the starting lineup on the post. He brought that into the lineup, and of course, we welcomed his attitude, and the city welcomed his attitude. His attitude was built for Detroit. So the city welcomed him in, and everything after that was just smooth sailing, and we went on a run that was, that definitely was a part of history as far as Detroit basketball goes.
Yeah, man, that run was phenomenal. I'm definitely, and I definitely feel what you said when filling guys out. Our first few games, it was I wasn't trying to take all the shots or whatever. I just wanted to be part of the offense and the flow. So it was definitely fun. So here it is. We win a title. Along the way, we make some great rivals. So one of our biggest rivals was, of course, the Indiana Pacers. So, here it is. We're playing them and at the Palace, and it's a hard-fought game. And what a lot of people don't know about that game is they were actually up. I think they was up like 9 or 11, something like that. But they was actually up.
It was up 15.
They was up like 15.
There we go.
Bring your ass up.
So they can have a regular season. So here it is towards the end of the game, and we like, all right, we have a code in the league. When y'all got the game is won, there's no chance of coming back. Okay, no dumbass fouls. You know what I'm saying? So here it is. Out of nowhere, you going up for a shot, and at the time his name was Ron Artest, y'all. So it's Meta World Peace. I'm respecting his name. Meta World Peace. He pushes you in your back. I mean, he fouls you hard. Boom. And all I seen was the afro go like this, Bonds. Like, hold the hell up. Man, turned around. Hey, I swear to goodness on everything, man. He pushed the soul out of Ron right there, man. He pushed that man so hard, and Ron was like, all right, and laid down on the scores table, and here come a drink, and boom. That's when the Malice at the Palace start off. Tell the people out there that's watching and listening your version of what happened that evening.
Oh, you want me to tell people the truth?
Tell it.
Do the people want the song? Do the people want the song?
I mean, like you said, man, it had become a heated rival with us and the Pacers, whatever. Even before you got there.
Okay.
When Isaiah was coaching in Indiana, that's when it really got started.
Makes sense.
Because Isaiah wanted to take that bad boy attitude to Indiana, and we was playing, we was having a decent game, and they sent somebody in the game to foul Corliss because Corliss had a game going. So Corliss and a couple of guys got into it, and I stepped in the middle and I grabbed Corliss, and one of them guys sucker punched me. I ain't gonna say no name, but we know who it was. Sucker punched me. So that's how the rival got started. The rival was started 2 years before you got there.
Okay, so, man, you ain't tell me you got snuff.
Yeah, man, got snuff on live TV, man. My people. So after that, it was already understood that it was gonna be some tense moments, and they had won the game.
Yeah,
the game was out of reach. Of course, we're gonna keep playing to the end of the game, but like you said, when the game's out of reach like that, the only thing you say is no dumb fouls.
Yeah.
And, once I drove to the basket and he hit me in the back, that's the first thing I said. That's the first thing I thought. Like, come on, man. Game is out of reach. You are 15. We have no chance of winning. Now it's just one of those fouls that you sending a message. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't going to be the whooping boy no more. I got sucker punched one time out, and I wasn't going to be the whooping boy. So when I turned around and pushed him, I thought that we were just going to go ahead and just finish that right there. He went and laid down. The beer came out the stands, and after that, man, that thing just took on a life completely on its own.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be the biggest brawl in NBA history, but still was tough.
Dog, I'm
that-
telling you, I think you pushed the soul out that man.
Yeah.
I was like, thank God it was just a push and not no punch.
No, but Rasheed, it was the push and then the skip forward. Like I'm about, it was the skip forward, and Ron was like, and I love Ron to death, but Ron really, and for once, I think everybody in the world thought the Ron that we thought he was going to go right back at you and meet force with force, and we couldn't believe that it was force and no force. That Ron, my man, I know he one of the toughest men alive, but at that moment, I thought it was going to be, force with force. But hey, let's talk about it now. Malice in the Palace. It came out yesterday. Netflix. Everybody's talking about it. It's hot. But you know what I really respect about it? It shows the other perspective. The other perspective to let people kind of see the other side. And I know we all, we get in fights and things happen, but the way the guys got portrayed and the way they got murdered, how much money they lost. Do you think that the Netflix did a just job on the doc?
Excuse me. Well, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you haven't?
Still haven't seen it yet. So
what? I don't think she watched it yet either. Why? Why not?
It was. I mean, it's just it's so vivid and it was so live and it was played so many times. So I don't really know. What else can we really get out of it other than having guys, give their opinions of other stories on how they think it went down. But I haven't watched it yet, man. It's just, shit. I'm wishing they move on past this, man.
It's funny. That's kind of what Jack and those guys said. But when I watched it, my take from it, because I was interested, I was a spectator myself, and when I took from it, it got the other side, the perspective from, basically all the Indiana Pacers side. You hear from only their people, and I never really got a chance to hear anything from the Pistons side. Organization and things. It was just saying really one-sided, but it just kind of went deep in on, just the guys, kind of just the people who did it, why, the things they was doing to them. So it was just a great doc, and guys got to really tell their story. And I thought it was really done well. And I feel like, Rasheed, like we talked about it off the air, it's time to do a Jailblazers doc because, it's two sides of every story, man. I think that was a way for a lot of people to heal what you guys did.
Yeah. I think so, and I think it also shows that even though we're athletes and we go out there and we compete against each other, things get heated, things might get a little out of control, but at the end of the day, it shows that we're still human. We're not animals out here, trying to, take each other out the game, and we're not. And we're man enough to, once we walk off the court and, the cameras go off, we're man enough to, sit down and have a conversation and figure things out.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what it's all about. Because at the end of the day, it's still a brotherhood with us all. It's only been about, I think like 4,300 players overall in the NBA in history. So we're part of a unique group. We all just got to, stick together. But yeah, that night was something else though, Bob.
But another thing, what they said was interesting. Ron said something on the doc that's interesting in today's world is that, do y'all remember when Ron said he needed a break from the team? Do y'all remember that time?
Mm-hmm.
And people didn't understand, it's almost similar to the Simone Biles thing, where she needed a break because it was a mental break. People wasn't really talking about mental health. We call Ron the craziest motherfucker in the world forever. We always said Ron was crazy. He crazy, but crazy is mental health. We didn't understand mental health, and Ron was going through some stuff, reaching out for help, and we didn't help him. And when they said he needed a break, they they dogged him, they killed him, they murdered him. And all he was doing was asking for help. So, I'm just glad that everything's got out, man. We talk about the mental health piece, man. And like I said, it's been a lot of healing going on. And after a while, I watched the doc twice since, yesterday, just to kind of just like, man, I'm just so proud of everybody. So, man, that's awesome. Awesome piece, like I said.
So let me fast forward a little bit more here, Ben. So now, today's world. What can you tell everybody what is, if I'm saying it right, Wallace Motorsports or Wallace Racing?
Oh yeah, Wallace Motorsports.
Yes, sir. Can you tell everybody what that is, please?
Oh, Wallace Motorsport, man. I'm a professional RC racer.
Professional RC racer.
When I say professional, the brother's professional.
Let's talk about how you got into it and how did that start, please?
Oh man, I always been big in gadgets. Always had it as a kid growing up. Always had remote control cars and radios and stuff, and I always just take them apart and fix on them, try to soup them up, try to make them faster, figure out why they ain't working. And a couple years into my NBA career, I found out about these RC cars that actually run by gas powered, and I went and checked them out. My wife bought me one for my birthday, and after that I was hooked. So yeah, we travel all over the country, man. We go Florida, California, Nebraska, Ohio. They got tracks in Venezuela, Japan, China.
So this RC is doing like Bass, taking you all over the world then.
Yeah, it's a worldwide, they say hobby, but it's a worldwide sports, because going anywhere from 75 to 85 miles an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
How many cars you got in your artillery?
Me. Me, I import and I sell them, so I got as many as you need.
Look, I went over his crib one day, Bonds, and we in the garage and stuff, and he got a little work area. All you see is little ass mini parts, tires, screwdrivers, power screwdrivers and regular screwdrivers. He got the bright lights and everything, like his whole workstation right there. And I was like, yo, and I didn't know at the time. I was like, yo, what the hell is that? He was like, yo, that's my thing right there. He's like, boy, them RCs. I'm like, man, I'm used to the little Tyco, the little Nerf RCs, that you get from Toys R Us and everything. And so he's like,
don't talk to
down like that over here.
That's crazy. I know you and she got along fine because he was always the gadget person. He was always the guy that had all the new trinkets, knew what the latest stuff that was coming out. She told me about iPods and iPads and iPhones before they came out. She was the first person I seen build a Maybach when they came out. So she's been up on so many different things. I mean, everything. So I know y'all got along. So, but before we get out of here, I want to ask you one question. And first of all, congratulations on the Hoff nod, and to you and your family. But how did it feel, first of all, when you got the call? And let's talk about where it's taking you to since then.
Oh man, when I first got the call, it was an exciting feeling, but it was different because I just had got inducted into the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay.
And, that was one that I was definitely there to represent my family. My mom and her family being from Alabama, where it all got started. Yeah. So, I was riding that high off that one, and then I got the call that saying that I was going to the Nate Smith Basketball Hall of Fame. So I really know how to feel. It was definitely exciting. I was definitely happy, and it just took me back and made me reflect back on my journey, man. That was crazy from where I started to finally end up into the Nate Smith Basketball Hall of Fame. From where I started, any number of things could have went wrong, and I would not end up playing the NBA. Period. Yeah. So many things had to go right. So many things had to work out in my favor for me to take that journey and end up in at NBA Hall of Famer. Man, it was crazy. So it's just something that I was very thankful, you know, to have happened to me, not only getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, but just to be able to reflect back on this journey, man, and say that, you know, it was tough, it was exciting, and you had to be in love with the struggle to get here. So, you know, that's what we always talk about, you know, not necessarily living in the moment, but creating your own moment. And I thought I did a great job of using my talent the best way I possibly could to create my own moment so I can live in my own moment. And now I go down in history as, you know, one of the best players that ever done it. So, you know, it just goes to show, man, that hard work, it does play off.
Beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Paragraph J. Cole. Man, for sure. Again, congratulations, my brother, on that jacket. You in there for all of us.
Yes,
for all of us.
No
You know
doubt.
what I'm saying?
No doubt.
For me, for Billups, for D-Ham, for Big Easy. You know what I'm saying? LB, everybody, you in there for all of us, bro. Everybody in your hometown, and I love you and appreciate you for that, man. And want to thank you for stopping by and sharing a couple of minutes with me and my cohort here.
Yes, sir.
Man, appreciate you guys, man. Much love, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all doing a great job, man.
Thanks so
Sounds
much.
good, brother.
Blessings to you, big homie.
All right, same to you guys.
Love you, man.
Much love, Doc.